Coleman, what did Edward Woodward bring to that role?
He brought, I think, both authority and humanity. Edward was just, a wonderful man to work with. He both was and wasn't the Equalizer. But he brought to it a compassion. I think he brought to it a wisdom about the nature of human life. And he was a man himself who had experienced many things. Some of them have been wonderful, and some of them have been difficult. And he brought a kind of, when I say a humanity, I don't know how else to put it, but underneath it all, a kind of broken heart. And the nature of he brought also, I think, the sense that this was he just had a father figure about him, a father, the essence of what a father you hope a father would be or could be. And in a world where fatherhood has failed in many people's lives, he just communicated that. I think it was part of it was a natural gift, and part of it was just the way he was willing to integrate his own experiences of every kind into the way he performed and carried off that character and made it real.
Do you think that's why he was so popular with the women members of the audience, that he was that protector, that father figure, that strong figure that really doesn't exist that much, unfortunately?
I think that had a huge amount to do with it. It's sort of like this is the father who is going to protect you when you need protection, and he will kick you in the tail when your tail needs to be kicked. He's going to tell you the truth. And at the same time, out of that, he is working out his own demons. He is dealing with his own issues, which are very great. So, the concept, it's a cliche to say sort of like the wounded healer, but in a sense there was that element about him that I think was very strong. You could just look into his eyes and see that there was anger, there was pain, there was frustration, there was disappointment, and yet at the same time there was this iron will that said, I will not allow any of that to overcome me, and I will protect those who are weaker than I am at a given point, and I will try to make them strong. I think for me, of course, I believe that is what the role that a Christian should perform in society. Not that he was himself a Christian, no. He wouldn't, the character that Edward played, Robert McCall, would never have called himself that. And I know that I wrote my first episode on, after it came in on Show 11, and it was an episode in which Edward, the character of Robert McCall, has to lay down his gun and has to go in and risk his life without his weapon, his protection. And Edward, that episode that I wrote, Edward believed very strongly was the nature of what this character should be about.
If you've enjoyed your journey on the TV Time Machine, please like and subscribe. We look forward to having you again on the TV Time Machine.